Alright, welcome back to our journey to the west. Well, you know, Destin 1, which is the player character, therefore us, so our journey to the west, except it's different from the novel Journey to the West. It's a bit of a retelling, so to speak. Kind of like Lies of P is a retelling of Pinocchio, but of course, Lies of P is a lot more different than the original tale of Pinocchio, including the world and, well, kind of who the characters are. Whereas in Black Myth Wukong, there are actually a lot more characters that are also present in the novel Journey to the West compared to the characters that are present in Black Myth Wukong but are not present in the Journey to the West. So anyway, um, so I made a couple of interesting discoveries. I mean, first of all, I went back to Shen Monkey, and he had new stock of Luigi Fragrant Wine and Awakened Wine Worm, which of course means that now I have seven potions and 2 soaks on my main um, gourd. So yeah, the thing about it is that, and this is something that I forgot. Whenever you go to a new chapter, sometimes vendors, sometimes, well, it's essentially vendors, but either, so to speak, humanoid vendors or like the shop at a shrine. Sometimes they get new items. So I guess it's important to go back and have a look. What did you miss? Or what is new that is available? So yeah. And the other thing that I kind of discovered, and I'm going to test it now basically. It's it's related to stats and your upgrades. So for example, here I had 2 points into health, and I believe also 2 points in stamina. Yeah, and just to give you a look at my stats, these are as most base stats as I can get right now. And this is because the worst stuff that I have available to me is the Bronze Cloud stuff, and how can I? Yeah, view weapon list. And this is the most base stuff. However, I would have to recraft it, and I don't really have the money for it. And plus, and then also the money to get back to the Rat Sage stuff. So we'll have to kind of compromise with this. Yes. So besides that, the 6 poison resistant comes from the Guanmu spirit, and that was just for the sake of time because earlier I was wearing the Wandering White, and that was just for the sake of simplicity because depending on which one you choose. Well, okay, for example, this one doesn't have any bonuses. Okay, sure. I'll just. I mean, they're not bonuses that are visible in your stats, like this. So the 2% damage reduction basically comes from Wind Tamer. As you can see, all of the vessels also have passive effects. So for example, this one gives 30 burn resistance, which is quite a lot actually, and should keep it in mind, especially for future chapters where there will be a lot of fire, or a lot of, yeah, like fire-based attacks or just fire. But yeah, so, and anyway, 2% damage reduction, that's not what I'm really here to test. because I mean everything is becoming kind of evident from like how the stats work, and you know, like you equip something, it gives you something, but there's kind of one missing piece, and the thing is that again, I don't have the money to respec the celestial upgrades or what the mind cores are used for. So the Jew dog.
May Lord Lao illuminate your path, brave one.
So oh, and you see, it's actually even here will is required. And for example, okay, I okay, well then it's like I don't even have enough will to upgrade the mind course.
Self-refinement is the way to make golden pills.
So
What say you, brave one?
let's see. So for example, so I have 6 mind cores. So this is 180 times 6, which is 1080. And here, yeah, okay, never mind. It's always the same thing. It's always the same price per mind core, basically. Yeah, that's exactly the case. In other words, I need to farm for a little bit, and well, the easiest place to do this would be right where I ended last episode. So first of all, I'll put on the equipment that I had. Like more or less. Like I don't like sure I'll put the um yeah, let's say I'll put this and this for a bit more defense, and yeah, let's go to mirror. Oh, and actually, okay, if I'm going to farm, then I should put a different set on. Yeah. And then in that case, so I have 5 points. Okay, so because look, this armor is significantly worse. Like, look, I had 133 armor. Oof. 133, and with this it will be 24. Um, no, I mean plus 24, but it will be 77. Um, I don't know why I said that. Anyway, so now I have like 5 sparks. So I mean I can either put them here, I mean 2 sparks, right, or here, but it doesn't really matter which one because it increases by the same amount, which is 10 points. So I only have enough for 2. Yeah, and that will be enough. Like, I don't know why I would struggle. I mean, these are my stances. Okay, okay. Okay, very cool. And oh, right. Well, I need to rest to reset Wandering White. Although I don't really know if I will need it. So now last stat check. So yeah, now it's 97 defense. which, I mean, it should be good enough. If it's not, then, well, whatever, I'll do something again. Okay. There is the first victim. And again, like, in a certain sense, I don't even have to, like, worry too much about defense if I can just stunlock the target and basically kill them before they can respond. So like this, and I think he gets a bit stunned when you hit him like in the back or kind of on the side, or if he's like not aware of your presence. Like, let's see, if I hit him like this. Okay, well, he basically was still frozen, I think. So in other words, like, then from any position I can do that, but for example I will let this one come alive. Oh yeah, you see he actually started swinging there. Interesting. In the sense that it kind of felt like the more I was spinning while attacking, the faster the attacks went. But I probably was just focusing on like something specific to look at. And so for example, when I don't really remember the explanation exactly, but it goes something along the lines of when you look at something that is going at a very high speed, like you're able to kind of mentally slow it down for yourself through your focus on it. So like it doesn't really slow down, but because this is what you're focused on, like you're able to pick up more details from it. Which is why, for example, I don't really talk a lot during boss fights, especially when I'm like really trying to beat a boss. I think this farming cycle is done. So how much do I have? Oh, 1500. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder. Okay, so 1544. Here's what I'll do. Now I'm gonna equip my normal equipment, and I mean I'll put the crit stuff here, and then I'll just literally go back to the shrine, and then I will do something like this again. Like I more or less remember like where I went and who I fought and killed. So for example, there's a guy over here. Oh, money bead. Yeah, that's one of the curios that is a rare drop from these specific enemies. I'm very happy that I got it right now, because well, I meant to farm for it anyway. And I mean, technically speaking, I got it while farming, so there you go. Okay. Well, this is the kind of circle I did, and I'm fairly certain that I didn't miss anyone. Of course, I can be wrong, but that's okay. Then I ran through all of these, because like, no survivors and stuff like that. Right. Oh wow, that was actually much more efficient somehow, because I was like simultaneously destroying the like the frozen corpses while simultaneously killing like the ones that were alive. So I don't remember fighting this guy on the previous sequence, but it's okay, because I mean this set doesn't actually even like increase the amount of will gained. So in theory, I still shouldn't get as much or more will than I did get. What? Oh yeah. At least this is a way to test like efficiency of that armor set, to know whether I should or shouldn't upgrade it. Oh. Okay. Oh. I've never seen him leap like that, or maybe I did see it, but they don't do it very often. And most likely the reason why they don't do it very often with me is that well, I'm usually like very close to them right away, because I tend to just kind of rush them as they are waking up in order to kill them well, before they can start attacking. There is nothing else here, so what? So I got more will, but well, I guess I did kill more enemies, so that part makes sense. Okay, one last little thing. I'm just going to kill basically one of each of the same type of mob while wearing that set, and then not wearing it. And that should give me a very good idea, like what is the actual difference. So for example, there's literally an isolated enemy here, so I'll put the set. Plus 86. Very good. And yeah, there's the other victim. Identical. What does it even say? Moderately increases the will gained from defeating the enemy. No, it doesn't. What? Okay. Okay, now it's active. Um. Well, there is a group of enemies just here. I'm just going to kind of try to pay attention to, like for example, I'm gonna kill him. 86. 86. Yeah, it's just 86. Okay, I'm just going to get all of these, and now my farming is done. I'm just going back to the shrine. Because I already spent um, 20 minutes on this whole testing thing. And I didn't even really test much of anything. It's just, I just kind of farmed. So, yeah, it is what it is. So let's go to the cellar. Okay, so what was the testing about? Well, it was about the stats, so now it's time to change armor to the, well, I guess if I'm doing to the weakest possible for everything, then I can certainly keep the full copper mask as it offers the least amount of armor. Although I'm not sure how much that would matter. Like this is just 6 poison, and I'm not going to be taking poison resistance from Mind Course. So I mean, I'll just leave it here. Yes, so these are the not base stats, right? Okay. And even when I undo this, remember that these are not the base stats. Oh yes, reignite sparks. Right, so because I don't believe any of these affect your own base stats, only the survival tree and then like upgrades and transformations that are like around here. These are actually related to the transformations themselves. So yeah. So wait, why am I here? Yeah, I'm not. I don't care about that. Wait, what am I doing? Okay.
Self-refinement is the way to make golden pills. What say you, brave one?
Oh, I don't have anything to sell. Oh, right. So I have 3.4k. Okay, so I mean, I can probably buy a recipe or maybe a couple of like potions because they can be helpful in upcoming fights if I don't forget to use them. Um, yeah. Okay, so I said it will be 1,080 for these 6 mind cores. And for the amount that I already have, which is which is 12, um, it would be a double. So overall it would be 18 eggs um, times 18. Oh well, 3,240, I think. Yeah. So, um, wait, what? Uh, um, okay. Well, that's certainly an interesting coincidence that I have so many. Okay. Well, it's certainly good, but if I may potentially need to respec these, then for now I will leave them as is and I will just get my equipment back. And actually, I think um, wait, this is chill resistance. I saw it as shock resistance for a moment. But okay, upon consuming a focus point, moderately increases critical hit chance. Okay. Meanwhile, for 4 points of this, it slightly the perfect dodges slightly reduce cooldown for all spells. But this also offers more defense, and it also has chill resistance, which could be useful. What I'm trying to say is, uh-huh. I'm trying to say is that maybe I can use something else, like a snout mask. But that would be very dangerous with, well, really with any boss. Um, so, oh well, I can just make it extremely simple in the sense that, yeah, I can just try with Gale Guard set. That way I have a full set with 2 bonuses and one unique effect and shock resistance, which is perfect. Then, for example, right, I need to revert things to how they were initially. Okay. That was before I got these 2 sparks. So 280, 280 for 70, 7% crit chance. for shock resistance. Oh, okay. Let me just see. Wait, I'm not resting at the bonfire. Hold on. I rushed it a little bit. Okay. So. For example, wait, each talent level, but I need to be level 60, but it slightly increases Forbane's resistance. Oh, this is duration of, okay, never mind. So I cannot get them. So each talent level slightly increases attack. Each talent level moderately increases stamina recovery rate. Oh, oh. Because, oh, I cannot modify equipment from here. But this is just because I do not have a stamina recovery um, rate increase in my Curious right now. So, I mean, I can put the maximum stamina thing, and here it's almost like a lot of them could be good or could be shit. Um, I mean, I guess one thing, it depends on the boss or like what you're doing, but like specifically, but it's also kind of strange. Okay, well, I will try it in the upcoming boss fight to switch to Boshan sensor when I don't have any any flasks left in the gourd. So while perfect dodging recovers a small amount of stamina, I can use crit. I don't know if this boss does um like chill. Okay, so at this point, okay, I already put 2 points into maximum stamina, I'm wearing a Curious that gives me another 30 stamina. So, like for instance, so right now my stamina recovery rate is 56. Like right now. Wait. Now it's 58. So just +2. Mind cores increase it by +3. So in some way you can say that mind cores would be more efficient. Although, like, both of them are limited. So for example here there are 6 slots, and I'm not sure if there's somewhere in the tree that has another way to increase stamina recovery rate. Maybe later on it could be in transformations once you get a specific transformation, um, but not right now. So anyway, so yes, 58. You know what? I'm done stalling. I'm just gonna go and do it, and it kind of doesn't matter. What can I equip here that could potentially work? Yeah, I think I already upgraded this one once. Okay, I'm gonna sit down for this. Then, because after I make the decision, then I can just depart. Um, so cultivate spirits. Um, where is the wolf? Oh, here. Right. So yes, he was already upgraded once. Throw out knives that claim lives from a distance. Mm, yes. And then mountain patroller. Oh, this is the heavy attacks increase. But that could be very useful, although it says, oh, it increases critical hit chance, not just damage. Okay, then this is like very difficult to actually measure. This one does give +5 attack, and it's ranged, and um, this is like half and half. This increases stamina recovery rate. Doesn't seem to have a very good distance on the throw. Uh, this takes forever to use. Well, since the first upgrade only gives, it only reduces the chi cost for the skill. I guess kind of depending on the upgrade. For example, here for the second upgrade, you get the same, well, reduction of the cost. So if it's all the same, in terms of their damage, because at one point, for example, for the Wandering Wight, the previous upgrade increased his the damage and knockback effect. And here, for example, for Guanmu, the fourth upgrade, or I guess the fourth level, but a third upgrade, because they started at like level 1. Uh, so yeah, so he summons an additional Viper, and of course I don't have enough for this, so it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is that theoretically I can try many times with many different variations of my build. And I guess for now, because you know I'm not going to be respecking right now, so if anything, I can farm separately. But right now, based on these specific stats, but then okay, so but if I take this, I get 13% critical hit chance. Wow. Okay, but for example, if I take this off to give me a bit more armor, it's 107. And so, for example, because for example, if I take Wandering Wight, it's going to be 131. And with the other variation, I remember it was the 133. And um, oh, I can also get bonus defense just like this if I need it. So then it's like 161, and then for example I can switch into this, and then, well, I mean, I'm obviously sacrificing some critical hit chance for defense. And I'm also actually sacrificing some stamina for, um, well, essentially, right now it can be for either defense or critical hit chance. So, what is most important? I think the most important thing is to just give it a try and see how it goes as is. No other changes necessary. Alright, let's do this. And so, basically, what's the plan? Well, the plan is actually very simple. The plan is to simply try to survive for as long as you can, and in the meantime, to try to learn the boss's patterns, right? Attack patterns and everything like that, learn how to dodge it. And really, you kind of have to approach every boss from this angle, but not just, especially when facing a boss for the first time. And here, first time also refers to when you haven't fought a boss for a while. Because if you think about it, it's because of repetition that you are also able to learn. And of course, I don't mean... Okay, well, when I say repetition, it's the same way as when you learn a new language or a new musical instrument. Because think about what happens when you're learning a musical instrument or learning a new language. And this also, by the way, well, this is what you're supposed to do, right? To learn it as quickly as possible. So when it comes to, for example, musical instrument or learning a new language, what happens first? Well, you learn something new. And then you're supposed to practice it repeatedly, which eventually allows you to master it or learn it and remember it. And then you move on and you start learning like something new about the language, or maybe a new song for whatever instrument you're learning. So with that particular context, I guess you can think of this boss as like one of those cycles of learning something new. And then once you beat the boss, that's when you move on to like the next piece of new information, so to speak, if that makes sense. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Giant fish, that guy who brought us here, in essence, saying to get something while the owner is gone or whatever. And actually that's something I'm pretty sure is there.
How delightful. It still recalls your scent. When that monkey was alive, he was all about weeping and begging for help. Now, even in death, he led all you younglings right to me. This sack of mine can barely fit you all. Kung Jinglong,
Yeah.
now that you are ready, go and weigh up this one for your master. See if this monkey merits a place amongst my disciples.
All right. Let's see what it's like. house disappeared as well. It's almost like it was an illusion of sorts. Oh, okay, it's a grab. Okay. So let me guess, I will not even get to survive for very long. Oh. Now you get immobilized. I went out of stamina. So the now it's just important to time it well. I need to watch my stamina. Oh, okay. Oh. There's multiple lock-on points. Okay, what if I... Oh, okay, this is only thrown horizontally. I'm noticing something. Oh. Wait. Okay, so this is, let's say, peculiar. What is that? Whoa! Okay. That didn't do that much damage. What? Come on, before it gets up. Okay. 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 No. Yeah, I thought I had the time to roll twice, but so I noticed something interesting about the way she attacks, or well, at least some attacks specifically. There's like a, it's like the time slows down or something, or like she pauses essentially, or like whatever. But I mean, there can be two purposes to it. The first one being that it's a roll catch, so it's done on purpose by developers, so that with the way and the tempo and the speed at which like she was executing one of those attacks, if you dodge the moment I dodged, uh, you would actually dodge the attack. But because the attack was slowed down, then your roll was actually early, in fact. And so, as a result, because you rolled perfectly, the timing of the actual attack is also perfect in the sense that it doesn't give you enough time to then roll out of the actual attack landing. So I think that's kind of what happened in there. The other way to think about it is that developers are essentially giving you like a brief like, okay, yo, look, here's an attack that's coming, dodge, right? Because if they pause the attack like this, and for example, you are not paying attention to the rhythm of the attack or whatever, that would give you exactly enough time to like probably subconsciously react and press the dodge button and then dodge it right on time. So yeah, it can be one of the two. It can be both at the same time because I don't know the developer's intentions obviously, but both of these things make perfect sense and both of them can kind of be true at the same time. So right, so these were my stats when I had kind of as much critical hit chance as possible, and that's what they are at this point. Now I wonder, well, this actually offers shock resistance while this does not, but this gives more armor. So for example, okay, whatever, chill resistance, and so when consuming a focus point, moderately increases a critical hit chance. Oh, okay, well this is really good actually. But it, so she has like an ice breath of sorts. Well, I mean, I'm not really sure because it showed an icon like very briefly, and the icon was red, but I didn't see what was on the icon. So, in other words, like I don't know if she actually does frost damage or not. And what is a body warming powder? Removes chill resistance. Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine. But I also want to take the shock resistance this time, so it's going to be up or right. And so these are equipped. Everything is equipped. And I mean, I can also take like the option with more stamina. And what else is there? Well, the thing is, so here, for example, I don't know whether she inflicts the chilled state or is it burn state. So that's a bit of a problem. Oh, and I also didn't use the wind tamer. The vessels, because For example, well, it increases damage reduction, but it also kind of pushes down most enemies and bosses like on the ground. And I guess depending on their like poise or equivalent hidden stat, they stay on the ground longer or shorter amount of time. And slightly reduces damage reduction. This one, however, it gives a lot of burn resistance. So it's kind of hard to say which one is it, because I mean, yeah, I need to figure out if she does shield state or not. Actually, no, she doesn't, because a chilled state, your character literally freezes. So then it must be like fire that looks blue and is like ice. Yeah, sure, I'll I'll try to go with that kind of conclusion. Reduces cooldown of all spells. Perfect dodging recovers a small amount of stamina. So I'll try the reduction of spells. I don't know how much 3% critical chance on top of 7% would matter. I mean, surely you can do a math and say, well, theoretically, you know, 10% chances, like 1 out of 10 attacks will crit. But I'm not going to try to count them during a boss fight anyway. But yeah, the sad part is that I don't have any shock resistance in kind of anything, or none of my spirits or armor or curios right now. Well, that's the only thing, is that when I take a drink, it does increase the lightning resistance. Let's just call it lightning resistance. Okay, now I'm gonna rest and second try. Let's see if any of my conclusions were wrong, I mean right, but also kind of see how this setup works and everything like that. And I'm probably just going to do like, yeah, like a few more tries or something like that, and that'll be that for this episode. Huh. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh, I cannot switch stance while charging the weapon. That's good to know. pillar stance. Oh my god. Oh. Oh wow. It's almost like pillar stance was made for this fight. I don't know. What?
You have chosen
Oh,
your way.
this guy.
This time, there will be no easy way out.
Wait, but this doesn't make sense. Because... Well, I mean, maybe they removed some context, but like that sequence of events, like defeating Kanjin Lon, then you running away from something, or maybe Macaque Chief, and then he catches up to you, and then you wake up here.
A deity or a Yogwai.
Okay. Pagoda Realm. I'm gonna go until a checkpoint, and then...
This whiff of monkey stench.
Huh.
Stay where you are, newcomer.
Okay.
This place meet their demise.
Oh, okay. Well, you did, clearly. Alright. Yeah. So... Yeah, I'll just absorb it. I have, like, full HP. Okay. Oh... No... Okay. You're down. Okay, now he didn't see me with his light, so it all worked out. Oh, no, this guy's dying. My health is like at 0. What? Anyway. Ooh. Wow. And I don't take less damage either. Okay. I guess I'll heal up. Well, it's okay. There's a shrine. Therefore... Oh, I can craft a weapon. Or can I craft a weapon? No, of course not. Oh, I'm missing refined iron sand and a ton of will. Of course. As always, almost. At this point, so... Well, I mean, I do have like a tiny piece of gold, but that's not what I meant to click. Yes, I can buy 1 refined iron sand, and like, sure, I'll I may as well buy these. Doesn't matter. Alright, well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. See you next time. Goodbye.